Hello, I'm Helen Farrell from the Learning Centre at the University of New South Wales, and this short session is going to be considering analysis in the writing process at university. And analysis is one of the very important skills that helps you to be a successful and good writer. Analysis technically involves breaking down a concept to discern its components. For example, if you were writing about the well-being of a client, then you might be considering their physical, mental, emotional, social and spiritual health. And these components make up the patient's well-being. But analysis is also used to describe the process of building up a concept by bringing together relevant components. And it's this session which will explore this latter process. So what then is analysis? It involves a 4-step process as part of your writing, beginning with locating the main ideas that you want to include in your essay, identifying how some of these ideas can be grouped together, developing an abstract or technical term as a heading to best describe the group ideas, and considering the order in which the ideas should be presented. So back to step 1, locating the main ideas. After your wide reading on a topic such as diagnosis and treatment of hypertension, you may have decided that you would like to include each of these 10 dot points. You're not going to do very well in your essay or other assignment if you just write randomly about these particular items in any order. What needs to happen is you need to have some order. And to get that order, you need to carefully consider each of the factors to decide how these points can be grouped together. Careful consideration might show you that there are some points here where the client can actually take responsibility themselves. So we've got increased physical activity, weight reduction, reduction of sodium intake, and quitting smoking. So that's our second step. Identifying how some of these ideas can be grouped, grouping them together, and then taking some time to think about what is the appropriate abstract or technical term that can be used as a heading to describe these grouped ideas. And here we've got the concept of lifestyle modification. Now, in your reading or from your lecture program, you might have come across some other term which is more appropriate, which you would use instead of this. And that's fine. That's what an analysis is all about. You might like to call it patient self-care. It doesn't matter what you term it, provided it fits with each of the ideas that you're going to discuss around that concept. Okay, so after this step has been completed, the next step then is to put all the other points similarly under headings. And so here we've got our 10 points that appeared on the screen, the first step 1, into a model. So it makes our planning much easier. Now, it doesn't seem to be very logical to start with lifestyle modification. It's much more logical in the exploration of an essay to start with the diagnosis and the aspects related to diagnosis, possibly followed by education, and finally your last point in your essay would be the lifestyle modification and the aspects that come to be discussed in relation to that modification. So here we've got a complete essay outline that has involved analysis. So in conclusion then, analysis involves a lot of thinking and most importantly a lot of practice. Start applying this knowledge to your very next assignment and I'm sure you'll see how your writing becomes more integrated and more successful. Thank you for taking time to explore this very important concept in academic writing.